Hey there, welcome back to the table. So we're going to go ahead and try another playthrough of this. Of course we are. I lost last time. Um, if you saw my errata, I actually did not lose. This was the unit that died. It was a unit here, got shot by this brown. The card that I drew was a double brown box, and there was only a single brown here, so this brown should not have fired. And technically I would not have lost that last game, but I had made enough other mistakes that I was like, you know what, let's start over. And also I wouldn't know how to retcon it, because after I lost, I kept playing it out and I was being a little reckless. And so, anyways, this game can be challenging. And I also want to talk about some possible strategies. So, one of the things from my earlier playthroughs where I did beat this game, um, when the HQs land and the generals land, they give free actions to everybody around them. So you really want to maximize that, and because the more people that are around the HQ and the general, the more actions you get to do, and the more actions you get to do, the more thumping you get to do to the enemy. So that's one thing. Another thing is the tanks barraging. A barrage to me is like a it's like a rolling a dice. It's not always a guarantee, but it's definitely not a guarantee if the tank is at half damage. If it's a full strength tank, a barrage actually has a decent chance, like at least a 50% chance of succeeding, because all you have to do is match the color, and it might be worth doing the barrage if it's full. If it's not full, I am not a fan of doing barrage. Um, but if it's next to a general, I do agree that if you got the free action, you might as well use it. So if you ever see me fail to do that, it's just because I didn't realize it was there or whatever. So obviously, as the HQs start landing on the board, we're going to want to maximize that. And it might mean that, hey, this purple only has this much reach, right? Although I have to confess, this purple has a lot of reach. There's certain targets here that we may not want to worry about because, we can maybe ignore them and come around behind them or whatever. So there's a little bit of that. The next thing is we do want to pay more attention to which of these pillboxes can we take out early. So for example, this one is susceptible early. Hard to get to, yes, but once you get to them, you can take them out early. And once you take them out early, this whole beach, it's still being shot at by purple, it's still being shot at by green, but it does free up a lot of possibilities here, because the purple and green kill zones are here, but you can, sneak up this way, and then the green, of course, is just deadly all around. It's really difficult to get to green. And even if you get to this green, you could take this out. There's another one up here. And you have to, as you can see, this is, what is that again? That's a slope. A slope does not require climbing. An infantry can go up a slope, and then the unit in depth is doubled. So we can take this out, and then we can go ahead and take this out, because he's just up a slope. So if we could somehow figure out how to get up here, we can take this one down, move up, and then take this one down in short order. But you're going to have probably half-strength units, because they're going to be going through this kill zone here. Really difficult. You could say, well, hey, why don't you, barrage them? Well, you got to get both of these, right? So I need 2 tanks to be able to pull that off. But if all goes well, these green units should be a top priority on this beach. And so I didn't talk about strategy as much last time because I didn't remember my strategy. The green units are the easiest to get to. They got a huge kill zone, and so if you wipe them out first, it opens up this beach, so that way you could start pouring troops in without fear. The orange one would be the next one to go, So really, all three of these are your priority on the East Beach. The red one, uh, this particular terrain is the what is that? It is the anti-ditch, anti-tank ditch, and then is there also a wall? No, just an anti-tank ditch, and that is something we can go across as well. So this one is doable, but this one requires a climb. That's a bluff that you have to climb. So this one is really hard to get to. So you can take the first one down, but this next one you can't. This one, again, you could sneak behind if you want. Maybe get up here and get behind it, and you can maybe take that one down. But these ones are a lot harder to get to just physically, like with your units. This is the only one you can directly attack. These are all up behind a bluff. So, so when you're thinking about strategy, these three are the ones you can directly get to. Yes, they got huge kill zones here, but you can at least get to them without having to do serious climbs or anything like that. Okay, so now this one is doable, largely because you're going to have units that land like over here, and this is like a really safe area for your troops. And then you can do climbs, and even with the climb, it's still pretty safe. I mean, this spot here has a little bit of a fire zone, but it is possible to climb and then climb again and get behind him. And you saw that in the last game. It wasn't too hard to get to this, but you only need a few units to pull that off. The hardest part is if you need like an artillery or something that is not normally covered by your units. Then you need help with somebody on the beach. But if we could get some tanks here, take these out. These two are great barrage targets because they're single units, so you can get those disrupted, and then you know, that opens up the beach so you can move up. And then these three, of course, like I said, are all candidates for taking them down quick. Now these, we do eventually need to get to them, but if we have the left side of the beach clear, it's pretty easy to just come straight up the beach, get up in here, and then start, you know, getting them from behind. I mean, there's a little bit of a kill zone here, right? But if I'm here, red can hit me, but that's no worse than being here. And you could eventually take red down, is what I'm getting at. It does not behoove us to try to go up the beach here as a result. So you sort of want to ignore this in the beginning. Now, getting to this side, here was my lessons learned. Climbing up the cliffs here, very awesome to get this one. You need to climb up the cliffs to get that one. This one is pretty easy to get to if you could get across the beach. It's the same concept as the green here. Really hard to get through the kill zone, but once you're through it, you can take this one down. This one is super hard to get to. You got to do a climb. Right? So it's completely protected by these bluffs. So is this one. So not only do you have to get across the beach, but then you have to cross the road and then climb. And then once you climb, though, he's very susceptible. And same deal here. This one's actually really easy to take down if you get across the beach. This brown one, same deal. Really easy to take if you get across the beach, but this one requires a climb, and it is nestled. Look at that. Bluffs all around. There's only one way in, and that's from the back. So this is really difficult, and I found that my troops bogged down last time. Like, I actually had some troops that got to here, but I was using all my actions over here, and I had never had enough extra actions to try to take these down. And the problem with these double nests is that you take one of the nests out, the other one still shoots in all the same kill zones. The only good news with taking a nest out is, you know, like this is a nest with a depth marker. Right now, these gold can hit 3 units. If you take this out, now they can only hit 1 unit. So it does help a little bit. But so here's my strategy. My strategy is I'm going to take the edges out. So we're going to take the edge of this beach and the edge of this beach, and then the middle cluster is their strength. So we want to maybe ignore their strength at first. Let's get the edges cleared, like this draw, and then this draw, And these two final draws will be what we focus on at the end. That's my thoughts. And so let me know how your gameplay throughs typically work. But we're going to go ahead and try that. And we are on turn 1. So let me bring these down. As customary, I like to do that. I forgot to get the tanks on here. So we have an FG2, ER3, FG5, and ER5, DG2, DW1, DG3, DW3. Alright, and just like before, the best outcome is to be delayed. Otherwise, you're being eliminated or taking a loss. And remember how I told you that if it's not a full strength tank, it's not as helpful. So we gotta definitely root for. We want an A outcome here. So we are here. We are gonna do the east landing. So we got an A for the diamond, a B for the triangle, and a circle for D. Or D for circle. So the diamond is going to get delayed. This is a B, which means it's got eliminated. This gets delayed, so 2 of them delayed. And then this one's going to lose a step and land. But it's going to drift 2 boxes east. Sorry about that. 1, 2, and then land. So it survived, but it's definitely damaged. And then, yeah, this can delay by 2 turns. And we would put these there. So the delay 2 turns or delay to turn 2. I always get that. Place in turn 2 space. Ah! That's my mistake. It's not delayed 2 turns. There we go. Now we got to do our next one. Let's bring the card down this time. Alright, so the A outcome is for the triangle, and that's only 1 of them. The B outcome is for the circle, so 2 units are destroyed. What a horrible start. And then the D outcome for the diamond, so it's going to move 2 and then land. So we saved 3 of our tanks. I guess it's something, but there was a lot better outcomes than this. Whew, this was tough. Okay, we skip on turn 1, and then we do the fire card. So for the east, we only have 1 tank on the beach, and he's only in green. And unless there's a green armor... Oh, there is a green armor. Ooh, this is not good. It's a green armor with a triangle. And we do not have a triangle, but we do have the green. Let me just make sure. I already forgot how this works. So, that's not the barrage table. Here we go. So, fire by a WN nest. So non-armored units with the target symbol lose a step. Because it's a steady fire. So you need to match the symbol, which we did not. So we're okay. Alright, and now we move to the next one. And there is no armor symbol, so we don't even need to worry about it. There is no clear the beach. And then we have our U.S. action phase. So, if we want, we could try to disrupt. It's got to be a perfect match. Let's verify. We're at strength 2, so we have to match. We can match the color only if there's no depth marker. If they have a depth marker, then we can't do anything unless both the color and the symbol match. You got to have both of them to match if there's a depth marker. If there's no depth marker, then yes, the half tank can disrupt something with just the color alone. So let's see if we can do this. So this one is only in the green field of fire, and there is a depth marker, but the one in the back does not. So let's try it. Let's try to barrage the one in the back. I could try to get off the beach. If I'm in a steady field of fire, they don't need a armor symbol anymore. Units of every type loses a step. So if I move up here and they draw a green, this guy is destroyed. So I don't know if I want to be that crazy. I'm going to try to barrage the back green. We just need a green. And we got it. So we do disrupt the back one, which until they're both disrupted, it doesn't do us any good, but that's still the first of 2 steps to get it done. Then we got the same problem here. We have, we're in the gold. This is a double, but the back is good. So we're also in the brown, so we could do the same for the brown. But let's go for the gold. We're going to try to disrupt gold. And there it is. And so when you're at half strength, you can disrupt the single, but not the double. So that's why we did what we did. So there we go. So we got the back one disrupted there as well. So both actions were at least useful, productive. All right, so we're going to go ahead and create a discard pile. And we're going to move to turn 2. So that means these tanks are coming out again. And let's... Oh, ha. At the end, I skipped a phase. We were supposed to get these out. So these are ER2, ER3, ER6, FG2, FG4. This is not a full strength unit. There we go. FG5. Then EG2, EG3, DR2, DR3, DW3, DG4, and CH2. Alright, so these guys were supposed to be put out here. It's the thing I always forget to do. Alright, and then once we get to that same step, these units will appear back on there. Alright, so let's get the first landing done. We'll move the card down here. Okay, so the diamonds have a C outcome. So for the tank, on turn through, a tank diamond is going to lose a step. An infantry diamond is going to drift 9 boxes each. Or east. I keep saying each. 9 boxes east. So lose a step for tanks. Infantry are going to drift 9 east. So let's see who has a diamond. No tank diamonds. So that's actually good news. We don't want them to lose tanks. Lose steps. But this one is going to move 9 east, which actually is going to play right into our strategy. Because remember, I was giving up on this. I don't want him landing here, because look at all this nonsense, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then lands. Now this one is a really interesting one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then boom. Now there's a rule in the rule book that when that happens, it gets delayed. How long does it get delayed? I don't remember. I have my rule book here in front of me. Give me a second. Maybe it's in the flip book, so let's try the flip book first. There's your flip book. I bet it's in here. The flip book's not that horrible, is it? So here we go. So yes, we drift 9 boxes each. A unit that drifts beyond is delayed. Place it 2 turns ahead on the turn track. So there you go. So we got to move it 2 turns ahead to here. That's a little unfortunate because that was one I was really hoping was going to get landed right now. Because we want to land on this side of the beach and start climbing. But it is what it is. So those are the diamonds. So let's move to the triangle. Triangle tanks, no effect. Triangle infantry is going to drift 4 east.
1,
2, 3, 4, and land. Oh, we got ourselves a concentrated unit right there. That is not good. Okay. Then we got the circles, which is B. Drift 1 east or 2. Drifting 1 east, that is not going to be concentrated. Drifting 2. Okay, that's our situation there. Other than the concentrated unit, I think that wasn't too awful bad. Alright, so this one, diamonds are A. I already forgot what A. I think it's no effect for tanks, and then 4 boxes. So here's a diamond tank, no effect. 1, 2, 3, 4, and land. This could be disastrous. Everybody else is fine. Then we're going to do triangle as C. For the tank, they're going to lose a step. That's not good. And drift 9 boxes east for infantry. Then what about the ranger? 4 boxes east. So if you're in DG or this, so this one's going to drift 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes and land there. That is not good. This one's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the triangle loses a step. And then we got the circle is B. And B for tanks is drift 1 box. And for infantry, it's 2. But if they're in DG and CH, it's 1. So this is going to drift 1. And this one's going to drift 2. Alright, well, this side's not working the way we wanted it to, but we'll have to come up with our plan. Alright, now the new units approach. Oh, I didn't do triangle here. Triangle was A, which was drift 4 boxes east. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we got a concentrated unit. A very, very concentrated unit. Wow. Wow. Alright, DG2. ER5. FG2. Yeah, this was a very horrible concentrated stack. Alright, so we get to draw an event. Let's be better than before. Okay, during reinforcements. Place 1 each in zones D and G. Alright, so that means we're going to grab 2 reinforcements here. One's going to go in D. And so right here is D1. Because none of them are close to an American unit. So D1 is going to get one. And it said G. So G1 gets one. Here. They're a little too far out for us to care about them at the moment. But, so it could have been worse. Okay, next is the German fire phase. So this is the part where we got to pray. We got all these concentrated units right here. So if I draw a purple, a gold, or a green, which the chances of not getting one of them is horrible, we're going to get clobbered. We do get the gold. So brown is the gift that keeps on giving. There is no brown on this side. There is a red, but nobody... Well, we got a red over here. So it's a red triangle, and this is not a triangle, so he's safe. So the brown and the red is already nothing, nothing, nothing. But the gold, we have a problem. These are considered to be solid fire, so it doesn't even need to match the triangle. So we have 3 units here, and it's going to hit the the higher step ones first, and there's two, so it's going to hit two of them. So both of the infantry are going to take hits. And it could have been worse because the tank could have actually been destroyed. We almost pulled off not drawing that color. And this stays disrupted because we didn't draw green, which is good. Because we might be able to get this thing going. Alright, let's do the other one. We have a brown, which is here. He's hitting tanks in its triangle. And that triangle matches, so this tank is destroyed. And there's no other triangle in brown, so we're good there. We have a green, which is this guy, and it's a triangle. Oh, come on. The ranger's already near dead. This ranger, we needed him to start climbing. So green did its damage, and then we have a gold, which there is a disrupted marker, so this goes away. And yeah, the gold is going to hit triangle, and we don't have any triangles, so I think we're getting lucky there. So the ranger took the hit, so that wasn't cool. Them drifting is really what hurts. So we get those over. Oh, I just screwed up. Hold on. We had the brown. We had this, right? Yeah, it was the red and the gold. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we had. We got to do the clear the beach. So, give me a second here. So we didn't have purple, but we had gold and red. So we have there's a spot here where there's green and blue. That's clear. And then we have a spot here that's just purple. That's clear. So we're able to do that. Now we can discard the card. And then for this one, the gold eliminates all these and the brown. Then we had green, which takes out all of these. We're literally only able to clear one space. That one. Okay. Now I can take these off. So then we have our two actions. So let's get over here. We have a ranger that is not very strong anymore. I could try to use actions to get him all across the beast so he can start climbing, but I'm sort of feeling like, who cares anymore? Just go and... So, we're going to do self-preservation. My lesson learned last time is staying behind doesn't help, because eventually the symbols do match. So even though this is a better than these, the symbols eventually match, and you get screwed anyways. So, the fact that there's all this heavy fire, though, it really does stink, but we just got to get off the beach. So let's charge. There's no tank here to help us barrage or anything. There will be eventually, but like it'd be nice to disrupt this one. But let's just get across the beach. Same deal here. I was talking about we don't want to go after the gold, but we're sort of positioned to deal with this no matter what. So we'll try to get across the beach here to the gold. We have two tanks. And then of course we have this one that needs to get through the brown.
Stop saying it.
And then I have 2 actions. So the problem with this is I can only barrage gold. But see, this can also barrage gold. So I'm going to try to do it again. This one's going to barrage the double nest. This one's going to barrage a single. So I just need to draw 2 gold cards. And if I do, I will completely disrupt gold. So let's try it. There's 1. I should have called it, this is the double nest. And then 2. We got 1 of them, but not 2. So 1 out of the 2 is not good enough. But I guess we just gotta hope we don't draw some of these colors. And again, our tanks are not getting off the beach either. Now over here, we have the concentrated. These are still concentrated, so we got to get these guys off the beach. So we said we wanted to go after. So we're going to send both of these this way. They're not concentrated anymore. And maybe between the 2 of them, although look at that, their symbols are exactly the same. But anyways, we'll send them up. And we know we got to get these ones too. So I can move this one this way, except if I do, I can't move here unless I take an actual action. So I can get him here, he'll be safe, but now he can't move forward anymore unless you want to take an action. Whereas this one, I'm moving into kill zones, right? We're going to do it this way, which I'm putting him at risk to get hit by purple. But I'm taking a gamble because, like, remember, my goal was to go after these. So by going here, it's not helping me to go after this. To go after this one, I want to climb. And I don't want to climb here, because I can't attack over a bluff. So being here was a death trap. We did this last time. This is not a place you want to be. So now we got 2 actions, right? We got 2 full strength tanks. So we can try to get gold and green disrupted, right? So let's do exactly that. We're gonna go after gold, and then we're gonna go after green in that order. So let's see what we get. There's gold. There's no green. That hurts. We wanted to get both of them. But we at least got gold disrupted. So as long as I don't draw green, we actually might survive this really well. Okay, that was my 2 actions. So we're moving on to turn 3. Here's our units that are going to be coming out. First step. Let's land. So all we have is tanks, and they're both diamonds. So the diamond is a C. They're both going to lose a step. What less useful for us? And over here, we have just a triangle, which is A, and I think that should be no effect. It is. So this one is going to land and can help. But the problem is they're already committed. Then we're going to do the new units approach. So we have an ER2, an FG4, an FG5. See, this is another concentrated unit situation. So I probably want to try to get that tank off the beach. And then this is an EG3, a DR1, a DW3, and a DG2. Concentrated unit issue. So if I stand back and barrage, I then have this. That's assuming they don't drift. Okay. We did that, and now we're going to draw the event. Come on, a good event, good event. Nope. German reinforcements in zone A and D. So let's draw two of these. A1 is here. There's no U.S. units anywhere near them. That would change the rules. And then the other one was D, right? So D1. Did we already do D1? Yes, we did. So now we're going to do D2. Very interesting. We didn't have this as much last time. Last time they were putting depth markers out. So, all right, here's the hope and pray portion of the game. We have orange disrupted. So if we draw an orange, that's not bad. We don't want to draw green. That's the big one. And we don't want purple. So green and purple are the two we don't want. Come on, big bucks, big bucks. No whammies. And I guess what we got. Oh, this game sucks. All right. We have a triangle for red. There's no triangles in the red zone. So the red's fine. It's this part that's killing us. The purple is going to attack. And they're going to hit 2 units. This one is first. For sure it's going to take the hit. And there's no triangle. And it's not shooting armor. So we're good there. Then green is going to attack. Now there is a disrupted marker on this one. So green is only going to hit 2 units because it's too deep. This one was disrupted. It has kill zones everywhere. So it hits the highest step first. So that one's going to take a hit, and then we're going to actually take our first casualty. We're going to go ahead and take this one, which actually goes over here. And that's F2 116. So it's reduced quite a lot. That's the 2 hits. So this guy actually survives. Well, no, he doesn't. This one survives just by virtue that there's not enough bullets to hit everybody. the fish in the barrel was a lot. All right. It could have hit a tank, and looky here, you got a full tank that was ready to get hit, but these are in the intense fire, and those are the higher priority. So if anything, you can say they saved the tank. I don't know if that was worth it, but so now over here, this is disrupted, but not fully. Nobody's disrupted. We just don't want green and purple over here. So it's the same 2 colors. Maybe a brown. Yeah, we're screwed no matter what on this side. Okay, so first one's a red. Nobody's in the red kill zone, but there is a triangle, and our rangers get obliterated. Wow. That never happens. Usually my rangers are doing some massive stuff. So, anyways, the red did its damage, and I don't think there's anybody else in the red zone. This one's in red, but he's not a triangle. Purple, we're in solid kill zone here, and purple is for sure going to hit him, so he takes his hit. But it's just him. Now, he is hitting armor, and look at this. Triangle in the purple. So the armor takes a hit. Wow. And they do. They hit both of them.
Bro. Whoa.
And then blue actually is pretty safe because there's nobody over here in blue.
Did you guys see that?
So I don't know. I mean, we did get 2 units that made it through, but our goal was to go after these ones. And now look, we're actually doing better over here. So maybe we need to change our strategy. Give up on this and take these out first. So we made it through, and I forgot we need to do our. So with red, these are out, and then green and purple. Yeah, there's not a dang thing available for us on this side. And then with red and purple, well, we have blue, purple, and red. Oh, we got a lot we could do here. We have from this location all the way through to here that we can mine or demine. So let's try. Let's do this one and this one. We can only do two. So let's at least get those two in play. Yeah. Technically speaking, we can only clear these two if there was no red on this one. So these two were not available to us because this red was active. So these two, we had a chance to divine, but we could only do two. So it was either one of these four spots, and usually this this is very rare. So I'm just going to take these two and hope we can keep it going. All right, that was that part was good. Okay, let's do our actions. This guy needs to get off the beach. He is theoretically going to be able to attack this over the shingle, which, with a strength of 4, he's going to need help from the tank. The tank is not full strength anymore, so disrupting this, this one's actually doable. This one's not. So we could try to disrupt green. But I have somebody landing behind him, which was going to be concentrated unit, but it's not going to be concentrated anymore. So we really could try to just disrupt green, which may not hurt us too bad. We got a full strength here that can try to help us disrupt the other gold one, because we made it through with a full strength unit. So we're actually at a spot now where I believe this tank can support him, or do I need the tank to be next to him? I can't remember. We'll look that up. But we could get this thing destroyed pretty quick. This one's a little harder, but getting one of them out of the way. See, that's the thing. This wasn't our goal. Our goal was to go after the easier ones. But basically, the deal is we destroy this, and then we're going to have to get here to destroy this one. But look at that. That's an intense fire. So I have to keep this disrupted at all times, which these two tanks can do, especially this one. As long as this doesn't have a depth marker, we can use this tank here to disrupt that pretty easily. And then this guy made it through without getting hit as well. So we're going to get to here, and he's in the brown field of fire. The issue he has is he has to spend a whole action just to move up. But he will be able to take this one down. It's just this one's going to be a little harder. He's going to have to move up and then like infiltrate up. These are doable. It just wasn't the original plan. So what am I going to do for my two actions? Well, I can try to disrupt green here, which I don't think it helps me too much. I mean, it might help keep this guy alive. I don't have to worry about concentration anymore. So maybe we don't do anything, and maybe I focus on these tanks, try to get gold disrupted. And if gold's disrupted, I can even get a full tank to go through. Like if I disrupt it with this one, I can get this moved up. So that way I have my tanks up on the beach, so I have a full strength tank up there to help support my troops. Alright, so there's something I want to look up. I forgot the rules already on whenever the infantry attack. So if the U.S. infantry chooses to attack, so we're allowed. So like this, you can attack across a bluff or a cliff, but only if another infantry is attacking from a legal angle. So that's really hard. The tanks must be in range and adjacent, or adjacent to the attacking infantry, or in command, or the attacking infantry. Yeah, that's the thing. The tank needs to be adjacent to him in order to be able to support this. So I want to use this to disrupt gold. Let's try it. Action 1.
Who is up there?
Boom. We got it. That is excellent. So gold is completely disrupted, and that's the green light. We're going to get this tank across the beach, so I'm going to move it up because I know, I mean, brown could potentially hit him. Actually, you know what I could do? I could move here. Well, then red could hit him. It's 6 or 1/2 dozen. So we're going to go here, and then hopefully we can get, you know, positioned right there so we can support this infantry attacking him.
We're teaming.
And then this infantry can move up. And yeah, see, once he gets to here, I can't use him to support unless he's an HQ, but we can at least get one of these down. And then we could use this to start suppressing or, you know, disrupting over this way as well. Maybe. We'll see.
Not the quarters.
That's my 2 actions. To move the tank and firing a tank. So I got 2 tanks I'm leaving behind so far. This tank here, I just don't know what to do. I mean, I can disrupt blue and red, but I don't know if that's the priority. So let's look at this other stuff. I have a full-blown tank.
No, you did not.
I would like to get through.
Did not make it.
Gold is disrupted. That's right. So we made it through. And then these 2 I can move this way to try. Remember, our goal is to try to take out green. So what I could do is, I do have a full strength tank here. We can try to disrupt green with the full strength.
What's the taste? What's the taste?
And then with the other tank, we can try to disrupt both of the greens. Or I think what I'm going to have to do is rely on these infantry alone to try to take this out. But this is hard. This is very hard. They're not full strength at all. If I try to move the tanks, green is still kill zoning all this. And I have a issue where I might drift and cause concentrated fire. I feel like I have to disrupt. I have to barrage, is what I'm getting at. So I have a full strength and a half strength here, and just these 2 alone can barrage green. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to barrage green, and we're going to do the double nest first, and then the single nest second. So let's just pray we get 2 greens. Nope. Yes. So we have disrupted green, which does us no good. I mean, you could argue, okay, if this somehow survives, next round I can disrupt the other half. Yeah, I don't know. It's this is the thing. This game is so lucky. When it comes to barrage, I hate the barrage action. It's one of those ones where I want to do it and then I regret it. I mean, the other option is like, let's get off the beach, but then, yeah, you're running the risk that your tanks are just going to get destroyed, and it would make sense to disrupt them first, because now that they're disrupted, then we can get across the beach, but it just never seems to work that way. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 tanks bottlenecked here. This is going to be a problem because we're going to have to use actions to get them across the beach. All right, so we did all that, and yeah, our turn is over. That was our 2 actions on each side. I will say, though, we got a lot of great infantry, at least here. These 2 are not as strong. This is great that I got all of these across. I just don't know. These are some really hard to access areas. So we'll have to see what we can cook up there. All right, we're moving to turn 4, so German artillery is now going to be active. Okay, step 1. Let's land. All right, so the diamond is a C, and this is an anti-air. Lose 1 step. That's not fun. And then the triangle is a B. Drift 2 boxes east. Oh no, we're down here now. Drift 1 box east. We're down here now. So 1 box east actually is a blessing because now we're not concentrated. So that's good. And then the circle is no effect. And what's the Rangers can opt to drift 1 to 4 east. Yep. So that guy lands there. Alright, that was a pretty uneventful landing. And then we move over here. We have a diamond, which is B. And for the anti-aircraft, it's going to drift to the east. And for the infantry, they're going to drift 1 to the east. So we have 2 diamonds here. So 2 east and 1 east. So this is actually turning out to be a little on the strong side, because if this is really where I'm going to go, we're getting some nice landings. And then we got, what else we got left? We got a triangle, which is D, and it's a anti-air triangle. No effect. So that one's going to land. And then we have an infantry with a circle. That's an A, and I think that should be no effect. It is no effect. And that's no longer concentrated, so we're good. Alright, let's get a good event. All we've gotten was reinforcements so far. Oh, come on. Add a depth marker to 1 German unit. Alright, which one are we adding? We are right next to this one. This one is 2 spaces away. He already has one. We're going to have to add one if we're right next to him. He already has one. 2 spaces away. He already has one as well. 2 spaces away. So which one do we add next? Great question. They're all equal. Closest to US, we have ties. Single hex first, then double hex. Okay, that's a double. That's a double. That's a double. All of them are doubles. But see, this is 2 spaces away and it's a single. So I'm going to give it to that one. Was there another one that was 2 spaces? See, this is 2 spaces away, but it's already a double. So, yeah, I think actually we picked the right one there. So green gets it. Unfortunate, but that's what happens. Okay, so that's done. And now, yeah, we got to put our approach. We got an FG2, FG4, ER4, EG2, DR2, DW2, DG1, and DG3. Okay, so this is turning into a powerhouse, but we got to be careful because we're going to get concentration like mad. We're still not disrupted here, so we don't want to draw a green. The gold is okay if we draw it because it's disrupted. The purple could, if we match the symbol, cause problems. We want red all day long, red and blue. This one could be hit by blue, but red and blue all day long for us. And brown. We always want brown. The gift that keeps on giving. So let's go ahead. Red, blue, and brown. Let's go. Let's go. Big bucks. No whammies. Okay. So, first let's start with purple. We got a triangle attack. And sure enough, there's one right here. And that's the only one that gets hit, but it does get hit. Yeah. there was just so many different units with shapes and stuff that it was bound to hit something. That's why I didn't want it. The blue, now this one's a triangle, and that was excellent. So nobody got hit by blue. And oh, here's a rule: there's a double, that's a single. So blue doesn't even fire, and then green, it does fire, and this is the part that sucks. So they're going to hit 2 units, and it's going to be a triangle. And guess what we have here? 2 triangles. And oh my gosh, it's hitting both of these. So this is completely destroyed. And then this is our first casualty. Yep, it is. Oh, come on. And just like that, all of our units that were getting up there to do some damage aren't. So the green really, because we failed to disrupt him, that really destroyed us. And then this one removes its disruption marker. So we're back to square one with green. Oh. Purple, blue, and green. Purple, green, blue. There's nothing. There's not a spot on here that we can clear. Alright, this next one, we actually don't want... I mean, gold is okay. We don't want it because we want to keep them disrupted. Brown would be a little bad. Everybody's in, at least, nobody's in the kill zone. So it really is just a matter of we just don't want the symbols to match. So let's see. So we're going to start with brown. Brown is going to hit diamonds. So this unit takes a hit. And then this unit also takes a hit. This is the bad one. We really wanted to preserve him. And that stinks. Very much. So we have 2 diamonds. And there's 3 units over here. And look at this. This is a diamond. Oh, come on. We get disrupted. Right when we're getting ready to attack. That's... It upsets me so much sometimes. Then the green. It's going to attack diamond. And green is actually okay. And then the gold is disrupted. So those markers just go away. But they don't actually attack anybody. And then for mine laying purposes, with the new rules, even though gold was disrupted, we still count it. Boo, hiss. Then green. And green goes all the way to here. There's not a dang thing we get to remove. So this is a nothing burger. And then we move to the action phase. So with the action phase, I still only have 2 actions. I was going to use that to attack this unit, which I can't because I'm disrupted. So I could use 1 action to move this unit closer so we could try to attack the brown. But he has no help. It still might be worth it. It's just there's no tank help. You know, he could at least, you know, express his tanks for the help. The other thing I can do is just try to get my tanks off the beach. The problem is nobody's disrupted at all. We could try to redisrupt gold again. I don't know what good it does. We're just wasting our time. We can at least attack this with here. I may not be strong enough to defeat it, but I can at least reveal it and know what we're up against. That may not be a bad option. Let's just get the attack out of the way and reveal this unit. A 4 strength is not horrible, but this will get doubled, whatever this is. And I'm pretty sure the shingle... that's doubled, but the depth is not. I can guarantee you that 4 strength is not going to be enough to destroy this thing. But we can at least get it revealed. We could try to rush the beach, even though we got kill zones like mad. This, I can't, I would have to use an action to move him, and I'm not going to. The things that these do is they create concentration issues. I could, like I said, I could move this closer so that way we can at least try to attack that one. Or I can try to get my tanks off the beach, which I have two. I'm actually going to move him closer, action 1. So that way I have an option to attack here, even though I don't have tank support. With a 6 strength, this is a full strength unit. If I can survive the next round, I can possibly attack and defeat him by myself, assuming I get the right luck. This one, he's weak, but we're going to go ahead and go for it. He's weak, but he's a freak. So let's do this. So we're going to reveal this one. A 1 is excellent because a 1 is low strength. Even doubled, it's a 2. So we have double his strength. And look at this. He has a BG, and so do we. So just to remind you, our attack table's up here. We have the required weapons because we have the BG, right? Our attack strength is double his. He's a unit with an unrevealed depth marker, so we're going to reveal the depth marker now and compare again. This is excellent. Now, this depth marker could still ruin our day, but let's go ahead and see. It's a naval artillery, and it's a 2. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So his strength, this does not get doubled. So it's a 2 plus 2. He has a 4, and we're equal strength now. So we have a yes, but we're equal strength here, right? Against a unit and a revealed depth marker. The Germans are disrupted. That's what happened here. So every time now I know I can attack him and disrupt him. It's guaranteed. I can just keep disrupting him over and over again. This is a guaranteed disruption. And then I can use a tank to disrupt this one in the back. We can actually get purple disrupted. If only I had other infantry units to help me. But we can guarantee to do that. The problem with this guy is green is eventually going to get him. We're eventually going to draw a green circle. And then this guy's going to fall off for us. And that's the issue we currently have. Right, purple is not completely disrupted. This here is a double kill zone. This is safer. But then I'm going to end up here on the beach, which I then have to spend an action to go up after. Well, see, green you can't get anyways, because you're going to have to climb cliffs. Green is a problem. We need to just disrupt green. So many challenges here. I could go this way, and if I can somehow survive, I'll get here, which can then move over. But either way, I'm spending an action to go help here. If I go here, I'm relying on not drawing a green. And then I can maybe get to here, which is pretty safe. But then from there, I'm going to have to spend multiple actions to get to wherever I need to go.
1 HP. 1 HP.
I don't know.
No way. I'm at 1 HP.
Obviously, if I knew what the cards were going to be, this is a lot easier decision.
I know.
Thinking about this some more.
I got another med kit.
Even if I got to here, which is what going to this spot will allow me to do, then what? I still have to spend an action to go here, or here, or here, and this is a kill zone. So going to here will help to attack this spot, and that 6 strength will be more than enough to defeat this. But I could go here, but then I have a concentrated unit. See that? This 3 pips plus 2 would be concentrated. So now this is a kill zone for both green and purple. So by going here and trying to attack, it's not going to work. So as much as I would like this guy to help, going through these double kill zones is not going to matter. So I'm going to just do the single kill zone. And because if we draw purple, this guy will at least potentially be safe as long as it isn't a purple circle. A purple circle is going to be really bad. Look at this. We're going to get hit here and here. Yeah, and that's exactly what's going to happen now that I realize that. Alright, so that's our free action. We got it up. We can still do a disrupt, or yeah, we could get purple disrupted. Maybe we should check that first before I make that decision. Yeah, let's see what's our actions going to be. Oh, we already did our two actions. We attacked. Yeah, never mind. There's no attacking with the tank here. Remove the disruption marker. This guy's already been hit. Do we get off the beach? If I do, this is going to be a catastrophic casualty. If I stay, it could still be a catastrophic casualty. Let's try to get off the beach. And this one we're going to leave. And that's it. Now we're going to move to these guys over here. We got a lot going on here. This guy is whittling, like, our assault on the green is not going well. I got a new fresh troop that we're going to move up towards green because we need them. We need them badly. I would love to disrupt these greens, but it's just constantly a problem. This unit is already disrupted, but I'm thinking I would like to attack it to see if we can get that eliminated, and then that opens up our gold to be safer. It's such a tough choice. We do have 8 strength, so I'm going to attack with both these units. That's going to be my attack. We're going to attack this guy. He's already disrupted, but let's try to destroy him. So it's a BGMO. There's the BGMO on him. So we match the weapons. We do have to pay double, right? Because the shingle. This one's a shingle. That one's a slope. So we have 8 strength. He has 4. We are double. So that means we get to reveal this, which is a 1. And they need a radio, which we have. But they also need an artillery, which is a tank. So we don't have the weapons on this one. And then he also has 5 strength and we have 8. So we don't have double either. So we don't have the weapon. Our attack strength is greater but not double. It is revealed. There's no effect. So we don't do anything to this guy. But we do know what we need to defeat him, and that is we need a tank. So I got to get a tank moved up. With this being disrupted, it's possible. It'd be nice to get those disrupted, and so now I got to make a choice what to do with this infantry. I'm thinking, because these two are sufficient to defeat him, so I'm going to go ahead and move this way. Then we have a choice. We could go either way later. I'm charging him across. We got to really hope we just don't draw green. And then, yes, we got these 2 tanks. That I can't move any of these. I just spent both of my actions. Whew. This is shaping up to be a potential disaster. Done. Alright, yeah, we had no... I just realized we were supposed to check for artillery. I don't think there was any. Turn 5. Okay, step 1. Let's land. We have a diamond, which is A. So we have 2 infantry, and A should be no effect. So this one's landing here, and this one's landing here, but there's no concentration. Then we have a circle, which is B. That's drift 1 box east, and then land. So we're okay with that. Pretty safe landing. Next one. When do we shuffle? Next turn. Alright, we got a diamond B, and we have 2 infantry. And I think B was drift 1 box east. And there it is. Concentrated unit. and not concentrated. And then we have a triangle C, which is drift 4 boxes east. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I want to kill him.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh gosh, we got a concentrated unit. And this one, we're required to
Why
get.
can't I kill the deep
You're only allowed to have 2 units in a stack. So in that case, we have to.
goop man?
We'll have to spend actions or whatever to get those units off the stack. The good news is these are free actions, but that is a potential problem. And then circle is A, which is no effect. So now we got another concentrated unit. So, oh my gosh, we this site is a disaster. It makes the evacuation from Afghanistan looks like a well-organized machine. Um, our events have been horrible. Let's go. Take a naval fire marker. Yes, and place a German reinforcement in Zone E.
Just turn left.
So we got naval gunfire, which, if you remember, we needed that for here. So this is a 4 strength unit. We would be equal strength, but we'd be equal strength with a yes. So equal strength with a yes, it only disrupts them. So we got to have higher attack strength. So our 4, oh, I'm sorry, this is a 2. Yeah, a 2 plus a 2 is 4. So we would have equal attack strength. So we need one more unit to help.
I don't have the pestilence.
But we do have the naval marker. So we can use this to destroy that depth. Anyways, and then they said a reinforcement in where? Zone E.
But I didn't have the pestilence though.
So I think E1's covered, so here's E2. There's G1. Where is E1? Oh, nope, E1's over here.
Doctor, do I see it?
So that's where it goes. American unit would have to be within 1 or 2 spaces, and they aren't. Okay, this one is going to go in FG. Anywhere in FG. This is an artillery. I'm going to choose... Boy, this is tough. Here. Alright, so we got a DR. Well, we think we're going to take this down. We got another one trying to get through, but he's at risk. So we'll go ahead and try here. The DW plus the general. Yeah, here's the deal. So we got all these concentrated units. So let's get a general and a... Yeah, these are all DW. So we'll get the general to help here. The HQ to try to get over here to help these guys. So the general's going to try to motivate these guys to get across the beach. And here we go. We got our first ranger, which we're going to put as far to the Charlie Beach as we can, because he has his own actions. Alright. This is the parts where I'm getting really nervous. We for sure do not want green. Red and blue are welcome, although it does look like some units could get hit with blue, but those are definitely the better options. Red, blue, and brown would be perfect, or gold. And we drew green. Holy crap! Ugh. Okay. The gold is simple. We remove the disrupted marker. The red is a triangle. There's no triangles over here, but we do have here, because this is a concentrated unit, and so this unit takes a hit. because of the red. And then the green is just a bunch of crap. So we got this guy in the kill zone, which he takes a hit. This one's in the kill zone, and it's going to get catastrophic failure. So that's 2 hits. And then we have triangles. This is a destroy. That's it. And then we also have artillery. So let's see. We had gold was disrupted, but it's not anymore. Gold, green, and red. There's no mine removal. We need 2. 88, 105. There should be plenty of everything. There's an 88 here. There's an 88 there. There's a 105 there. I think what it's trying to say is for the 88 105, yeah, they got plenty. So they're going to be able to hit somebody, but we actually only have 1 unit on the beach. It's this one. So that takes the hit. Well, actually, hold on a second. The artillery focus is an infantry. In the beach landing box, second priority is a non-infantry unit on the beach hex. Then a non-infantry unit on the beach landing box. So a non-infantry unit would be something like this, which is just murder, death, kill. So this guy is not touched. Alright, now we got this one. We do not want... These colors are okay as long as it's not a circle. We do not want gold or brown. Those are... Or, yeah, gold and brown are the... Brown in particular is going to be really deadly to us. Of course. Of course. Alright, red has a double. It's a triangle. This is a concentrated unit. This is horrible. They're going to hit 2 units with red. So 1 and 2, because they're both 3-step units. Then we go to blue, which is going to hit nobody. Then we go to brown, which is the worst of the worst. They're going to hit 1, 2, 3 of us. This is in a kill zone, and this is concentrated. So this one is going to be a catastrophic loss. And that was, if I remember correctly, here. And then this has the most steps. This one was already hit, so we can't hit that one again. So that's 2 hits. And then it's a, what does the card say? It's a triangle. He took the hit. He already took a hit. Yeah, there's nobody left for them to hit. Yeah, that brown devastated us. So then between red, blue, and brown, so there's brown, there's red, so I can't do this. And then blue, yeah, there's nothing to clear again. Man, we're just getting clobbered. U.S. action. Let's get off the beach. This guy did make it through, full strength. These guys got clobbered. But we're going to push them because we've got to get them off the beach. These in particular are... yeah, if I move this one, I'm going to have a concentrated unit again. So I'm going to leave this guy behind. The general will get him moving. Even if this lands on him, we're okay. I I want to like maybe attack and destroy this, but I still have that. Like destroying one of these two doesn't help us. It does reduce the number of units they hit, which, as you saw with Brown, was deadly. Yeah, we got to get these guys off the beach. They're no longer concentrated. What am I going to do for my two actions? I have a full strength tank. One. I have two regular tanks that could. I think with one of my actions, I actually want to move this tank to here. So that way when the general lands, I'm going to be able to move the tank with the general. That's my logic. It's actually pretty good logic. I like that one. With the headquarters, I'll be able to move it over and eventually get these guys rallied. Now the other thing is I could like attack with both of these units, and I only have one unit to attack with. It's either this one or this one. They're both excellent ideas. So which one do I do? Well, let's do this one. Since I can't bring the tank with me, we're going to just go do this one. And so first thing up is a BG. This is full strength, so I definitely have it. I'm at 6. This isn't even a... I'm no longer behind a shingle. I'm able to go full bore against this guy, so I'm at more than double. And then there's a naval artillery, which, by the way, I happen to have. So bam, I meet the weapon requirements. Come on. And so, now, did I have to fire that? So obviously we have the naval fire marker. Let's go check. Is the naval fire marker a... That's like a free action thing, right? Naval fire may be included when in possession of naval fire and when infantry has radio added to the attack strength. So I think you have to decide to include it before you do the reveal. Is that how that works? Yeah, I think that's how that works. So I have the marker. I didn't choose to use it when I chose to attack. So here we go. I am more than double, and the weapons don't match. I have Germans disrupted. I can take optional attrition to destroy. So I could choose to take a hit to destroy this. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to go ahead and disrupt them. Which, again, the other one is still not disrupted, so it's not the best thing in the world, but it's something. And I'm feeling really good. This is very beatable. I just have to have all the right things line up here. So there you go. There's my two actions. We're charging the beach, and we've already got 2 losses. Now we go here, and again, I have a problem. I could charge the beach, but then what? Once I get there, this one is going to make it across a little broken. This one needs artillery, so I'm going to go ahead and get this infantry across. And then I'm going to go ahead and do... This is tough. I don't want to be clogging up here. So do I sit here and wait? Ooh, that's so tough. I mean, if I move him here, it's going to cost me an action to move over, but I may have to do that. So I need to get up and start taking this thing down. So 1, 2, that's an action. For 3, I don't have this disrupted anymore. So we're going to get clobbered. We're going to get absolutely clobbered. Are we ever going to get... So we get General Wyman on turn 10. I think until then we don't get an HQ or anything. I'm going to go ahead and charge because I got to get off the beach. And then, yeah, let's get the tank off the beach. Man, I just don't feel good about this. Alright, we're moving to turn 6. We shuffle our cards. So all those cards that didn't give us any heroes or any benefits are going to be put back in the deck. We have some reinforcements coming. All we have is a triangle, which is a C for an artillery. Oh, lose a step and land. Yay, team. And over here we have a lot of stuff happening. We have a circle artillery, which is A. Delayed. Place 3 turns on the track. 1, 2, 3. I'll mix it right there. Okay, so we have a triangle, which is an infantry, and that's a D. Drift 1 box west. That's interesting. So he's going to go there. And then we have a ranger, which is a diamond B. 1 box east. I did not want that, but that's where he lands. Alright, then we gotta get everybody else landed here, or on the beach. So we got ER. Well, I got an infantry coming through. Do I want to add another one to help them? I have no idea. This actually, we need infantry support here. This would cause a concentrated unit. So I'm going to go here. I've got another ER. We'll go there. And another ER. Sure, we're going to give him some support over here. And then we have some rangers coming. So we have a DG and another DG. I'm going to put 2 of them there. And another DG. I'll put him here. I'm going to put, ooh. Yeah, we'll just leave it as is. And then, one thing I forgot to do, these guys automatically land. Because that's how they work. Alright, event. Intense German fire. Oh, come on. Okay. Now let's take the fire. We do not want green. We do not want purple or orange or green. Actually, it doesn't matter. No matter what we're drawing, we're taking hits, but to be honest, these 3 would be the worst. Green is the absolute worst. These 2 we don't want either. So we definitely want brown, and if anything, I'm willing to take red and blue losses. Let's go for it. We're getting the worst luck ever. So start with red. They're going to hit 3 units. Triangle. This one takes a hit. Then we go to purple. It is a double unit, so it is going to fire. It's going to hit triangle. This is intense purple, so this takes a hit. That's one of the 2 units hit. And then are there any triangles in their purview? This one. This one gets destroyed. Then we go to green, which can hit tanks. So our tank is reduced. That's 1 hit out of the 3 that it can do. It hits triangles, so this one takes a hit. What's going on? Yeah, that's just destroyed. There are no other triangles, so that part's at least good. Oh, there's one here. Oh my gosh. He hit both the tanks. Yeah, I mean, this was intense fire. He was hitting both no matter what. Just because it said that it was armor had nothing to do with it. Alright, that's the 3 hits. 2 of those and then whatever that anti-air artillery was. Okay, that was maximum effect. And we have red, purple, and green. So not a single mine is cleared again. Now we got here. We do not want red or green for this one. These other colors, as long as the symbols don't match, we're actually okay. We probably don't want brown either. And of course, what do we get? We get red and green, the first 2 I mentioned. So let's start with red. It's a diamond. Intense fire. We got a catastrophic loss. We have another catastrophic loss. We're now at a point where we're losing this game. So that was 2 hits, and that's all red can hit is 2. Then we have green also hitting. They can hit 2. And we have a destroyed tank. That's 1. They're hitting diamonds. I hate to say this, but the Rangers just got hit. This is horrible. And then purple is disrupted. Put the one in the back. Should not fire because it's not a double deep. This one was disrupted, so that one's not double deep. I don't think that should fire. Those of you who know the rules, let me know. I mean, you could argue that since this one's double, even though it was disrupted, this one still fires. But with it being a diamond, there's nobody for it to hit anyways. So it's not even important. These 2 already took hits and they can't take more. So they're a bunch of jerks, that's why. So red and purple and green does mean we can clear 2 more mines over here. So if there's any blessing, the side that we're concentrating on right now is actually free and didn't take hits. So we just did the mining. The good news is these guys are able to get off the beach. This guy can too. So you can choose a side, and we're going to choose this one. This one can start charging the beach. And we're going to have our HQ move up. So eventually this tank could get a free action. And these guys are devastated, but they can start getting off the beach. And this one's already off the beach. This one has a free action. He might as well go to his doom. And it is what it is. Alright, so what do we want to do for our two actions here? Action 1 is I want to destroy this. So we already have the BG. We just need the NA. He can do it just with one action, and we'll spend our naval gunfire marker. But this is not... Here, I'm just moving the whole dang stack over. Alright. So we use that. This whole thing is shattered because we are at double strength. It's a yes. And depth marker eliminated and unit disrupted. So it's going to take multiple turns. So we eliminated this, and then the top unit, this one, is disrupted. So this is destroyed. And this unit alone can completely take him out. No worries. So I got one more attack, or one more action I can do. One of the things I'm tempted to do is move the tank up, because then it'll be getting free actions from the HQ next turn. But with this gunfire, I'm actually going to go ahead and do an attack. I'm just going to do it without the tank. So let's see what we got. We got a bazooka, which I believe they have. Yes, they do have bazookas. So we do match the weapons. We have 6 strength, he has 2. We're at double, so this gets revealed. And then this needs a flank and an artillery. So the artillery will be provided from the tank. Next turn. The flank, however, requires this unit to infiltrate move to there. And then we'll have a flank if this unit plus this unit attacks. It's possible that this could get destroyed once we do, our... well, first of all, you got heavy concentrating fire here, and then you also have the infiltration move that could destroy him. So I'm not high hopes. Flanking is really hard to do. So this is a tough one. But we are at even with 2 here, and this is a 4. So they're at 4, we're at 6. We are at greater strength, but not double. And we don't have the required weapons, so there's no effect. But we at least know what we're up against, and we got to get a flank against him. So this tank attack is not enough. We got to get a unit to... Basically, you need to attack it with one other unit at least more than one space away from the other. That's not going to be fun. So you could argue it would have been better to move this. I don't know. I actually am glad that we know this now, because now I know that I could use this tank who's under command to support, somebody else if needed. This is going to be tough. Tough to destroy. Alright, that's the 2 actions with him. This guy does get off the beach, or get to the edge. It's going to cost me an action. Alright, so this guy needs a radio, a BG, a mortar, and an artillery. So here's our problem. The radio's here, the BG and mortar is here, and the artillery is there. That's 3 actions. I only have 2. Let's see if the tank has the radio. They do not. So the only one with the radio... I can't take this out without a general or somebody here. So I can... This is not a concentrated unit, so we're not worried about that. I am going to absolutely need to... I need to get the tanks off the beach, or out of the kill zone. So now they can at least support, this tank can support him. This tank can support these two. I have this guy defeated. I have everything I need. I have the BG, I have the mortar, I have the radio on this one, I have the artillery here. The problem is it's 3 actions needed. So I need a general here to give free action so we could finally destroy him. So we're basically just sitting on the beach and getting popped. Because as soon as these symbols match, we're going to start losing. This is not good. So what it does mean then is I'm going to have to either spend my actions to get tanks off the beach, or I have to start disrupting again. And that's not the easiest thing in the world to do with a half-strength tank, but those are my options. I did spend both of my actions to get those tanks off, which I think was the right thing to do. I very much could have spent an action here to neutralize this, but I think what did I do? I spent 1 action to destroy here, and 1 to reveal there. Neutralizing this would have reduced the amount of purple damage, like they would only been able to do 1, but it is what it is. Alright, I'm getting depressed. I don't think I'm winning this at all. I also think the event cards have been very bad to us 2 games in a row. Alright, so now we can voluntarily delay. And we are on to turn 7. So first land, we have a diamond, which is a B. Drift 1 box each, east. Then we have circle and triangle are both A's, which I think are no effect. So we both just land. Then over here we have a circle and a diamond. Oh no, we got all kinds of stuff. We got a circle. We got all 3. And these are all rangers. So let's look at the ranger chart. A is no effect. I totally lost already. So the diamond is A, no effect. The triangle is B and the circle is D. We don't want C, if I remember correctly. B is drift 1 east, and D is drift 1 west. Who got the D? The circle. So 1 east and 1 west. Okay, I can handle that. That is good. Very good. And then we decide what we're going to do here. So we have, well, we do have an HQ. Showing up on the FG. This is perfect. We want that HQ to be, yeah, right here. We need it to move right up. And we got an ER. So we can start delaying now voluntarily. I'm going to delay all these until turn 8. Because 7 is, by the end of turn 7, we got to get off the mid-tide. Oh, and this is mid-tide. Hold on a second. Who just landed? This one and this one. They both just landed. And there's no mines. Thank goodness. This one also just landed. Those 3. And then the Rangers are looking like that. Oh my gosh, we're going to get torn to shreds. Then for the other side, we just have a DW artillery. Actually, with the general being right there, I'm actually going to let him. That's 4 pips, though. It's going to cause all kinds of havoc. Yeah, I'm still gonna do it because they don't have any tanks over here, so we need the artillery. And this is a DW, which is horrible. The DW uses its own landing. It's a duck W. Look at that, eliminated, lose a step. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's not a duck W. The DW is the beach. My apologies. But there are some duck W units. I don't know where they're at or when they're gonna arrive, but they suck whatever they do. Um, and you might want to, like, even if you delay it right to after turn 15, it doesn't get any better. Okay, landing is done. Come on, event, give us something good. German reinforcements, zone C and G. I mean, you could argue that this is good because these reinforcements are showing up far away, which isn't really bothering us at the moment, but they are going to bother us later. So there's a C, or that was the G. Which one's the C? C1. This is the one that I thought eliminated me at the end of the game because we were climbing up here to take this down, and then you got brown shooting at you when you're sitting here. So that's the part that stinks about these. Okay, now for the worst part. We don't want gold or green. Maybe not even purple. Green is kill zone. Blue and red is also kill zone, so I guess you could argue we just don't want anything, so let's just take our lumps. And there you go, blue and red. Of course, I just said kill zones. So red is going to hit 3 units. This one for sure. And then circle. So nothing else gets hit by red. Not even over here. Blue is going to hit 1 unit. It has a kill zone, so there it is. And then green, of course, is just destroying us. There's a hit. There's 1 of the 3. And then it's hitting circle. There's number 2. Catastrophic loss. And that looks like that's it for green. And then we have an artillery. I think all 4 of them are intact, so it doesn't matter. Look at that. Look at the event on that one. Place a hero. GI initiative. Conduct 1 extra action this turn. And you know what? I just realized I was supposed to only have 1 action on one of my turns. So I apologize. I think I took 2. I don't care. I'm losing anyways. Look at this. GI initiative. Get a hero. Never. Artillery. They're not going to hit this one on the beach. They're going to hit a non-infantry. So tank is destroyed. From the artillery. Now we're going to do west sector. Alright, so we really don't want purple or green because the Rangers are going to get shredded. And the Rangers, because of the high tide, are not going to be able to do the little sneak around thing to get this blue. But we can get them landed, and they can assist with destroying this, and then they can get up the cliff here and destroy both of these pretty handily, but they need to get through. So purple and green are the priority. We have almost every color represented here, so somebody's getting killed. And there, look, it's just, it's we're in the land of ridiculous right now. So purple is hitting two of them, and I guess this one and this one are going to take the hits. And they actually get to hit three, so there's a circle. Oh, look at that. Circle. All three of them take a hit. Well, the circle didn't even matter. All three of them are in the kill zone. All three hits happen. So if I would have been able to disrupt this by attacking with this, like I said, is an option. Remember, it was a guaranteed. He would only hit one. So it was a mistake. I mean, did I know? No, of course I didn't know. I had no idea this was going to happen. So this is just frustratingly bad luck. And now we got gold. It's going to hit three of them. So kill zone. The leader's safe. It's a circle. Actually, from a good news perspective, this is a circle, so he's going to get disrupted. And then brown can only kill one. This one already took his hit, so he's not taking another one. The circle, that's an interesting one. This is a circle, so he should get hit, but he got disrupted by gold. I mean, you could argue that, yeah. And then to make matters worse, an artillery is happening. This is not an infantry, so this tank gets destroyed. And I totally forgot we got to do the clearing the mines. So we got red, blue, and green, which goes to here. And believe it or not, we can actually clear two mines. And then over here we had gold, purple, and brown. So brown and gold take us to here. Purple takes us to here. We got one more spot we were able to clear. This one. Okay. U.S. actions. Well, these guys get free moves, so we're going to get them off the beach at least, even though they're damaged beyond recognition. This unit, you can only stack two on a spot. The headquarters in general are a little different, but so this guy either has to keep walking through kill zones or he has to go here, which is a little unfortunate, but that's just how we're going to have to deal with it. And then the general here is giving free actions to everybody around him. So for example, this unit can move forward to here, but there's no benefit because this is a bluff. He has to climb it. And this just puts him in a spot where he's going to have to deal with infiltration move checks. So, but this one, The problem is both of these are just so ridiculously weak. But we can move him up to there. We can move this one. See, here is bad because now I'm going to have to do an infiltration, but it gets him away because we have a 2-stack limit, right? So I'm going to move him up. We're going to move the anti-tank up. The general moves up, and the this infantry, I can move on top of the general because, like I said, the general doesn't count as one of the 2 stacks. So we can get this infantry up here and in place, and if this guy can somehow get up here, right? And that's not an infiltration move because these don't attack that way. If I can get him up here, he can attack either of these, and this infantry is allowed to join the attack over a bluff. That was one of the rules we just read. So right here, it says attack prohibited, but then it has a note under 5. So if you look at 5, a U.S. unit on high ground may attack across bluff. Germans defend as if it's attacked across slope. So that is actually horribly written. But if we look at the this, the where is it? You may attack across a bluff or cliff only if another infantry attacks position from adjacent hex side that's allowed. And so this is much better worded. And what that's basically saying is if I can get this up here and him here, this guy can attack here. This one can also attack, even though this is an illegal attack, because basically they're supporting. And then this general here will at least give a free action to one of them, unless I move the general up to here, and then I'm giving free actions. Anyways, we'll sort all that out. But the point is everybody was able to move up. I do have this one unit here, which it's a 4 strength still, and I can disrupt the purple. So we could spend one of our actions to do that, and we learned the hard way what happens when you don't. Now this HQ here gives me a free action with this tank, and we already know that I have to flank here. So attacking with this one and getting a free action here does not help. We also know that if I just attack one more time with this one, this does get destroyed. And there's not a lot of harm in that. Also, if I don't move this, it gets destroyed, but I don't think I care. Well, for sure, we want to get off the beach, right? I think I want to spend one action to go here, which is going to be an infiltration check. So I would need a gold diamond. Well, I don't want it. That would kill me. So we don't have a gold or a diamond, so the infiltration move is fine. This guy gets off the beach, which is what we want. And then I want to suppress with this. So let's suppress this guy here. Although the intense fire is for both of them. That's the thing. Like, the whole thing sucks. So I could try to... I'm in command. So I can try to suppress red, which would at least shut off all the red field of fire. I think I for sure want to use my other action to destroy this. Because with my luck, we'll get an event that gives him a depth marker. And then that depth marker would come right back. And we don't want that. So now brown's reduced to a single unit. So happy about that. So I used one action to move, one action to attack. So no more actions left. I do have a free action here, And then my HQ is going to move. Um, I think I want to move this. Well, I can just move up. And then eventually move over. So with the tank, I could do a free. If I suppress one of these, all I'm effectively doing, if I suppress this, I reduce 2 hits from gold. If we draw a gold, this is what's getting killed. Without a doubt, because it's in the intense fire zone. The tank is not in any other color, but we're in command. So the tank can attack anything that there's an observer. So we can actually suppress brown. We could also suppress red. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could even suppress green. And I never used an action to suppress him. I don't know what the right strategy is here. These are more ideal because if I succeed, the whole fire zone is shut down. Here, if I succeed, all I'm doing is limiting how many kills they can do. I can shut down this fire zone up here. I don't know how concerned I am about that one. These ones are at least double deep. So we're on the verge of climbing with these guys. I'm going to shoot the green one. And of course, I don't even draw a green. So, yay team. I didn't even draw a red. So my dilemma between these two is completely resolved. Neither of them would have worked. The brown would have worked. The gold would have worked. This game. I am just getting clobbered. Okay, so at the end of the turn, this is turn 7 because the tide went up. This is going to get destroyed. And then these 2 tanks are going to get destroyed if I don't do anything with them. I got to get off the beach. Going to get off the beach. Those were all free actions. The HQ is not landed yet. I have 2 actions here. I already understand I can't do anything about this. We can try attacking this. I have a 4 and a 2. And between these 2 together, we can try to clobber this. Or I can start moving over to do my climbs, which I do need to do. Or I can spend my 2 actions to move my tanks up, which may get destroyed anyways. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a 6 strength attack against this. I need a bazooka, which I think is provided by the tank. Yep, there's a bazooka. And so we do have the bazooka. We have 6 strength, and this is a 4. We are not double. Oh my gosh. So we have a yes. We're greater but not double. We still get to reveal the depth marker. And it's a DE, and I don't have any DE. I do with this guy, but not these. Definitely no DE, and the demolitions is lost. So now we're at a... So the shingle is just the unit strength. So this is a 4 and a 2 is a 6, and we're at a 6. So we have no weapon, required weapon. Our attack strength is equal. We got disrupted. We went from here to there. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so disrupted markers go on both of us. Oh, we had a unit underneath here, didn't we? Yes, we did. So we're both disrupted. The other unit is not disrupted, so we should probably represent that better by doing it this way. And that was my 2 actions, so nothing else matters. So both tanks get destroyed. I'm not doing well. But I'm at the 2 hour mark, and it's also really late, so I can't continue anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and discard those. We're going to be starting turn 8 when I get back. I know for sure that I forgot to go down to 1 action per the event card. This is brutal. I don't remember being this awful at this game, but apparently I am. So I mean we're infiltrating. There's a chance that we're gonna start taking some of these down, but yeah, I just don't feel good about it at all. I lost a lot of my tanks. I mean, I know I could have tried to save those two, but just charging them into intense fire, I'd rather like do the guaranteed things than those. But anyways, I just keep forgetting how late the general arrives here. Like this HQ is arriving super late to this beach, and we're already on turn 8, and it's just gonna now land. And then the general's gonna arrive, basically on turn 11. Um, and then you only have until turn 16 to clear all this out. So, you know, this side heavily relies on heroes, and there's none because those dang event cards. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay awesome.